and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. The Longhorns will put toe to leather and will get started. He'll bring it out. It's Hart. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Got a man in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, you get the completion, and now it's decision time for the head coach, right? This is a massive one, too. 4th and short on your own end of the field. What do you do?
They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin him back deep, and hauls it in the first down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. Open space at the 25. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. The Hurricanes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Canes. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Texas Longhorns offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense. Out
of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this. Breaks into the open. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Brewer. At the 35, he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. They'll try the run. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Might as well stick with it. Got the first down and more. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Hurricanes are rolling down the field. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job in the last drive, but, man, we've got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
And the Canes will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man quickly. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. They'll go to the ground. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. Works the middle of the field. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. It'll be 3rd and long. Off play action. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. With the catch, it's Brewer. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
He wants it all. Looking to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They can make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Fitted in the window for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it, and I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch, huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Cuevas. Here's a heat. Hauls it in. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. 1st down here for the offense. Down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Marshall. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Longhorns will punt this one away. And the returner will be knocked down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Oh, they're after him. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. this offense. To the air on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Give to the running back. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Cuevas. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Fired in from the red zone for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Hurricanes can really attack on this second and short. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brewer. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
It's complete. On the move is the 30. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
He's got it. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Hurricanes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Canes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Cuevas. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense got it, they're on the run. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. On the run, fires downfield. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Converts on 4th down, still going. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. And the Canes have moved it inside the 20. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field.
Number 17, Hans punted.
Hauls it in, looking for space. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Offense in a split backfield. looking to throw on first down. It's caught. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Hurricanes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the air on second and short. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. After the incompletion on second down, it's 3rd and inches. Looking to throw for it. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and turning it on. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the big fella. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterbacks sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that, too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going for it on 4th down.
Hold and fired complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Scanning the field, it's Cuevas. He's got him. Made a defender miss. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. Fires on the move. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
Hey, man, I love guys with situational awareness in football. It's third and long. You know it. He's sitting right near the sticks, ready to break on the football, ready for the quarterback to throw. He does, forces the INT. Nice heads-up, smart play by that young man.
The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Dropping back, it's Cuevas. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Holds it in and looking upfield. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's looking deep. Grabs it inside the 10. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Scrambling away. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give to the single back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Cuevas. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that is not.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
To the ground with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
He gets it inside the 40, but he stops at the 39, and that's not quite enough for the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Going to try to get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games because of his ability after the catch. It's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, they'll go to the air. Moving away from pressure. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Canes! And the stomping has commenced. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Texas.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Looking for a man. It's Cuevas. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pulls it in. It's Moran. There he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. They go to the ground. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
at the 22.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Get it out on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing in the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking to pass. It's Cuevas. And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. On the ground, it's Hines. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The chains now on 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback.
Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the beatdown has ensued. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over, and this coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
That's caught. It's Marshall. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Back to throw. It's Cuevas. Makes the catch. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the stakes.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Get set, get set.
Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.